Hey Scorpio, we are going to be doing your reading, so we're going to get right into it and see what's going on for you guys, Scorpio. Scorpio. Let's see. Scorpio. All right. Scorpio. Oh my God, yay. That's awesome. You guys start out with the Ten of Cups. Ooh, a Page of Swords at the bottom. So, all right, let's see. Scorpio. Okay, so you have Ten of Cups. This is showing up for your current energy. That's amazing. That feels like there's something that you are maybe feeling like really emotionally complete, or there's something that you're like, dude, I just like went to battle and I came out on the other side, that kind of thing. Okay, I wonder if there's also a sense of like feeling maybe like, I don't know, something about your community, or there's just a feeling of like friggin' bliss going on, you know, that kind of stuff. That's awesome. I love that. It feels like you found like the light at the end of the tunnel, you know, that kind of stuff. So I like this. I also weirdly want to say St. Patrick's Day. Okay, I don't know. I just got like hit with like a leprechaun image. I'm pretty sure that was the rainbow. So, all right, maybe there's like some good luck, or I don't know, something like that. So let's see. You have the King of Swords. This is showing up in your environment here. So I feel like this is somebody who is like, I want to say like a master at something, or, you know, somebody who is really well versed in something, that kind of stuff. It's a level of like extreme comprehension. I also want to say this is maybe somebody who has like a photographic memory or something like that. All right. That's kind of what I'm feeling. It's like this person's like a steel trap. It's like a walking dictionary, or I don't know, something like that. That's kind of what I'm feeling. Okay. Let's see. Or this is just somebody who is like extremely professional and like ridiculously knowledgeable about something. All right, that kind of situation. So, all right, maybe like even a specialized interest in something. So let's see. You guys have the Six of Cups reversed. This is showing up as your challenge. I wonder if there was maybe a feeling of something that like did not return back to you, that kind of stuff. Okay, certainly could be. As a challenge. Okay. I also wonder if there's something that you're maybe working through, like childhood memories or something about that. But I also understand maybe feeling like something was like incomplete. Okay. Like this feeling of like is it incomplete? Yeah. Maybe like kind of really thinking about the past, or really kind of being like, I don't know, thinking about something in the past heavily, that kind of stuff. But it's interesting because your energy here is like, this is kind of like a blissful memory. So what I understand is maybe this is a particular memory that you're longing for, or that you're like, I don't want to forget this, or, you know, something like that. That could be something here. So, all right. Okay. All right. I even wonder, I wonder if there's maybe a certain something that somebody is not wanting to share with you in some sense, okay, the information, or I don't know, something like that. So let's see. You have the Seven of Pentacles. It's also showing up reversed, showing up for your challenge. So, all right, I feel like there's maybe something about the results of something, or something about whether something is working or not, okay, or if something is worth it in some sense, that kind of stuff. It's almost like, should I keep working on this thing, or is this like not so much attainable, or something like that? That seems to be your opportunity. Maybe there's somebody around you who's like, that's not possible in some sense. Maybe you're like, actually it is. We're going to see what's going on here. So, all right. Okay, so let's get out your oracle cards, and then we will get into your reading some more here. So, all right, let's see. Scorpio. All right, interesting. So for your like general energy here, you have 2 10s. I always love 2 10s. Like I always like get that phrase like 10-10 wins, that kind of stuff. So I don't know, not so bad. So all right, let's see. Scorpio. So my phone has just been like literally going like nuts, dude. Sorry, I know you can hear like the dings on my phone. All right, let's see. Okay. Ooh, the Wheel of Fortune is at the bottom. There might be something to do with like, I don't know. Yeah, a changing of fortunes, changing of cycles here, that kind of stuff. Okay, maybe releasing control in some sense. All right, so okay, so you have for your energy here, you have number 10, Capricorn, achieve. All right, so the sea goat. I love saying that. I don't know why, but that's okay. So all right, you have the 2 of Pentacles reversed, and then the 2 of Cups reversed, and then you have it with the 10 of Cups. I almost feel like this Two of Cups reversed is Two of Pentacles upright. I don't know. I don't know. That's what I'm feeling here. But in any case, okay, so yes, past energy. I feel like there was a breakdown in a relationship or something like that, okay? Or there was maybe something that was like possibly really, really, really similar that maybe other people noticed or something about that, okay? That could be possibly what is going on here. I'm also getting references of fraternal twins, okay? I know that's random. I'm not a doctor, and, well, I don't think you need to be a doctor to understand fraternal twins, but I don't know, something like that. So, all right, achieve, Capricorn achieve. I like that. It feels like, I mean, I know you guys are Scorpio. Maybe you have Capricorn in your chart. I always feel like Capricorns are like extremely capable, that kind of stuff. I feel like I always say like Capricorns can like friggin' do anything, that kind of stuff. So maybe there's something here that you're just like really focused on something and like working hard and being like, I'm not taking no for an answer, that kind of stuff. So I do feel like right now this is the energy of either you guys are in the past have like maybe come apart from a particular relationship. Maybe it was hard to do, that kind of stuff. But I feel like whatever's going on, it's like the light at the end of the tunnel, that kind of stuff. Maybe coming back into contact with somebody that there was maybe a breakup, I don't know, a breakdown in communication or a relationship, partnership, friendship, that kind of stuff. All right, that's kind of what I'm feeling. Okay, so you have the Three of Wands and you have it with the King of Swords showing up in your environment. So I feel like there is somebody who is wanting to hear back from something, they're either waiting to hear a particular like truth, or they're waiting to like, I want to say like investigating something, that kind of stuff. Okay. Okay, yeah, it's like in the past there was some information or something just kind of like came towards a particular person, or they stumbled upon something or figured something out, that kind of stuff. I even wonder if there was somebody here who was waiting for the right moment to do something, or waiting for the right moment to deliver a particular information, or to almost want to say put a label on something like that, okay? That kind of stuff. That's what I'm feeling. Whatever's going on, it's like, I don't know if this is somebody who's like, I don't know if Scorpio wants this. I'm going to wait for them to make the first move here, that kind of stuff. I'm not really sure. It's like, it feels like you're very certain about something. That's kind of what I'm understanding. And I feel like I'm picking up the energy of somebody around you who is, I think, in your corner with something, but is not sure what you're wanting, or not sure if they should pursue something or wait for you to come towards them more. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, something like that. So, all right, let's see. So for your challenge, you guys have the Weaver, rediscovery and transition. Somebody else got this card this week. I forget who the heck it was, but somebody else got this Oracle card, the Weaver. So rediscovery and transition. All right. Showing up for your challenge. And then you have it with the Knight of Pentacles and the reverse Six of Cups here. So, okay, I feel like in the past energy, there was maybe something that was taking a really long time. Okay, that kind of stuff. I feel like this is somebody who has been extremely patient, and I feel like during this time of patience, there was hard work being put in. I don't think this is the energy of, you know, just kind of sitting around and like waiting and be like, oh, I'm not doing anything. I feel like this is like taking practical steps towards something, or nurturing something that somebody is like wanting to do. But you know what I'm also understanding is going through a checklist of something in the past. I feel like that has happened, but now I'm understanding something about being a little bit not sure about something, okay? Or not wanting to return back to something, okay? This could be not wanting to return back to a particular, I don't know, like a bad memory or something where, again, it's like maybe a particular, returning back to something, I don't know, gosh, what am I trying? I'm trying to land on a particular word. It's just not happening here, okay? Like a reunion of some sort, or something about that. There might be an energy of not wanting to return back to that, okay? Maybe more so moving on, transitioning, and being like, you know what? I've already worked through that. I'm not going to like open up or reopen a wound that like maybe you tried to heal, you know, that kind of stuff. I understand something about that. I also understand the challenge being like a particular return or a particular like reunion of some sort, just taking way too friggin' long, like literally taking such a long time, that kind of stuff, where possibly you were maybe like, you know what, I'm gonna just transition, I'm gonna you know, keep moving on, that kind of stuff, okay? But I also feel like during whatever this is, if like I am getting that checklist again, it's like there's something about like, oh, we forgot that, or like, what is that? I don't recognize that. Why is this here? There's something like that. So, all right. Okay, so wow, you have the Five of Cups with the Tower card here showing up for part of this challenge. So I think there is something about maybe future focused, okay, that kind of stuff, all right? Maybe this is like not revisiting the same thing over and over again. This could also be just like a grieving process, you know, a grieving process of something that maybe had already kind of happened, or maybe there was an anticipation or an expectation of some sort. Maybe that did not completely like come to fruition in some way here, okay? But I do feel that maybe like kind of mourning the past, or at least like recognizing something that again maybe was like an upset or a disappointment, that kind of stuff. It's like kind of focusing on the future, you know, that type of stuff, being like, okay, maybe some stuff like didn't really go right here, but like look at what we can still salvage, that kind of thing. I feel like that's bringing you to this energy of this Tower, where it's like maybe this is a realization or a shock for somebody else, the way you're reacting, or somebody else is reacting on something, that kind of stuff. Okay, I feel like this is like, I feel like maybe for some of you guys, you're even like offering an apology, or maybe even seeing where maybe something is like, okay, that might not even be possible, or maybe that's like too much, or I don't know, something like that. I just feel like it's again bringing in this energy of like a realization, or kind of seeing something for like the truth of what it is, and then maybe like adjusting your plan, you know, in that way. Okay, seeing the truth of something, that kind of situation. So all right, you have the reverse Four of Pentacles, and this is showing up as what to avoid. Again, if we're releasing something here, you know, that kind of stuff, in order to like transition to something else, then I feel like it's like avoid harboring something that maybe, I don't know, you're supposed to release, or I don't know, something like that. I feel like, yeah, okay. I'm not a political reader at all. I like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like that stuff gets super messy. I don't know. Whatever, I'm just gonna leave it like that. Okay, so yes, avoid the reverse Four of Pentacles. It's like we don't need to hold on to, first of all, you don't need to hold on to something that you are feeling like, well, I need to release that, or it's coming like crashing down, that kind of stuff. It's like, it's you know what it is? It's kind of like accepting the closure of something, or accepting like a Tower moment, that kind of stuff, and like not holding on to it, but rather releasing it, or sharing something, okay? Maybe this is sharing your feelings, sharing something that maybe you rediscovered or stumbled upon, something like that. Okay, that's what I'm feeling. Okay, so let's see. So for your opportunity, you guys have the Spy Master, knowledge and distrust. So you know what's funny is this past like round of readings, I feel like I have said like cross-watching more than I have ever said in, I don't know, forever or whatever, that kind of stuff. So a little bit interesting. You guys are showing up with this Spy Master energy for your opportunity. So for some of you guys, maybe that's what it is. Maybe you have the opportunity to kind of like spy on something, or like cross-watch for somebody else, that kind of stuff. Okay. So Spy Master, knowledge and distrust. Maybe there is somebody here that is like maybe not trustworthy in some sense, okay? There's plenty of people out there that unfortunately that's what it is, you know, that kind of stuff. This could also be about having the opportunity to be like, you know what, now you don't know something until you know something. It's like knowledge is power, that kind of stuff, but we don't know what we don't know until we know. You know what I'm saying? Like if you ask me, I don't think we ever know anything. I don't know. I know that sounds like kind of, I don't know what that sounds like, but I feel like that's true. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the second I think I figure something out, immediately I'm like, oh no, I don't know anything. Like you know, that kind of stuff. And it's not really in like I'm not saying like I'm stupid, I don't know anything. It's more like, I don't know, an understanding that like, I don't know, that you don't know something until you know it. I don't really know. I know what I'm trying to say, but it's not coming out right. That's fine. It's okay. So, all right, let's see. And maybe that's part of whatever it is. Maybe there's something that you're like, I really want to explain this, or I really want to get this out, but I don't know how the heck to like, how am I going to word this, or how am I going to say this? How do I phrase this? You know, something like that, okay? That kind of stuff. So, all right, with this Spy Master, knowledge and distrust, you have the Nine of Swords with the reverse Seven of Pentacles here. So, interesting. All right. So, okay, let's see. Nine of Swords in the past energy here. This feels like there was definitely something that you maybe were trying to get up and running over and over and over again, or trying to like conclude something, that kind of stuff. Maybe a lot of maybe something even affecting your sleep, that kind of stuff. For some of you guys, maybe you're spying on somebody at like the nighttime, or I don't know, something about that. Or there's something that you have been maybe trying to figure out over and over again, that kind of stuff, or asking the same thing over and over again, whatever the heck it is. I even understand like trying to like having like a particular thought that's maybe like keeping you up, whatever the heck it is, that kind of stuff. I feel like there's something about you having the opportunity to be like, you know what, is it really friggin' worth it? Like putting in all this like I don't know, like sleepless nights or having all this like anxiety, that kind of stuff, feeling like the weight of the world is on you, all that kind of energy. It's like, is that worth it or is it not? Is this bringing in the results that you want, or is this like kind of making something like harder to grasp or harder to conclude, that kind of stuff? All right, that's kind of what I'm feeling. I even wonder if there's something here where it's like, you know, kind of doing something. Yeah, okay, well, let's get into, yeah, I think we're touching on that. So, all right, let's see. Okay, so you guys have the World card, and then you have it with the Hanged Man, and this is showing up for part of this opportunity here. So, all right, here's the thing. There is definitely something about like maybe understanding if something was not completed or something like, you know, didn't return back to something in some way. There's something about like, I want to say kind of trying to focus on the positive, that kind of thing, and maybe accepting a certain ending or accepting like that something has come full circle, that kind of stuff. All right, that could certainly be part of it. It could also be like, you know, again, just maybe like ending something or concluding something that has been like a round and round and round again type of thing that, you know, has kind of just like stayed in this energy as opposed to like moving forward or, you know, concluding in some way or like easing up, you know what I'm saying? That kind of stuff. So yeah, I feel like this is the energy of it's either the energy of really, really doing your best to see somebody else's perspective or to see what somebody else is going through, that kind of stuff, okay? I even understand this Three of Wands and this King of Swords as somebody who's friggin' overwhelmed by the amount of information or communication or something, or the way that they have to like constantly have like their head on straight, or always having to be like, okay, I need to like, I'm getting like decision making fatigue or like, you know, scheduling fatigue or whatever the heck it is, like always having to like have the answer, you know, always having to like maybe appear very professional, whatever the heck it is, that kind of stuff, like that can be friggin' exhausting. So, you know, it certainly could be that maybe it's like, understand that somebody is like maybe like at capacity with something, or is like constantly getting like, I don't know, information or whatever the heck it is, you know, something about that, okay? That's kind of what I'm feeling here. All right, so you have the Hanged Man showing up with this World card, so I'm telling you there is really something about like figuring out like a different way of doing something or figuring out a different approach to something, that kind of stuff, okay? Maybe this is even like that energy of like, okay, is this like totally a daydream, or is this like feasible in some sense, that kind of stuff, okay? That's kind of what I'm feeling. All right. So interesting. That is really what I'm getting, is like that whole like mentality of like, first of all, I'm getting something about seeing the opposite side of the world. So wherever you are in the world, it's like the opposite of that, okay? That kind of stuff. I wonder if that's also speaking into this Spy Master. Maybe you're checking for your opposite sign, or I don't know, your significant other, I don't know, something like that, okay? Or even checking different birth charts, that kind of stuff. That might be part of whatever this is. All right, so you have the Hermit card, and this is showing up as what to avoid. So I would say there's definitely something about avoiding like keeping information keeping information, I almost want to say like sacred information that you have. It's like avoid keeping that to yourself, you know, that kind of stuff. Again, Spy Master, knowledge, distrust. I wonder if there's people out there who feel like you are spying on them, but you're not. Maybe you're just really intuitive. That I'm telling you, that friggin' happens. You know what you do? You just say whatever. Go ahead. You can believe whatever the heck you want. That kind of stuff. Okay, certainly. So that might be part of whatever this is. Okay, maybe this is like avoid thinking that there's somebody who is spying on you. That kind of stuff. All right, that could certainly be part of whatever it is. Interesting. The Hermit for what to avoid. Yeah, it's like if you have something to share, I would say certainly, you know, do that, okay? Certainly kind of do that, especially with this like wanting to achieve something here, you know? It's like kind of making sure that you can achieve something, but it does kind of, it takes like the energy of like, okay, is this worth it? Or is what I'm doing now, maybe like doing something over and over and over again, is that even bringing in the results that you wanted in the first place, you know? Or is it like bearing is it providing, is this realistic or not? You know what I'm saying? Like that kind of energy. That's kind of what I'm feeling. I wonder if there's somebody in your environment who's even wondering the same thing, that kind of stuff, okay? Here's the thing. I would also say avoid discounting what you like know, or the experiences that you've gone through, possibly even by yourself, okay? If you've had to do something by yourself, maybe multiple times, don't like discredit that, or don't discount that experience. Don't discount that knowledge, that kind of stuff. I would say, if anything, share that, because this Capricorn Achieve card, it's like, you know, sharing information, like that's a good thing, or sharing your knowledge, that's a wonderful thing, okay? You might even like again, like rediscover something, or this might even help you transition out of something that maybe you're feeling like is like, you know, stagnation, or it's like, how do we conclude this thing, or, you know, something about that. So, all right. Okay. Maybe even giving somebody like a lot of patience, even though I do feel like you've kind of given somebody patience already, that kind of stuff. Okay. There's like I don't know, there's like an understanding, or there should be like an understanding between you and like somebody else here. That's really what I'm feeling. So, all right. That's what I have for you guys, Scorpio. I hope this reading was helpful and made sense, all that kind of stuff. If not, you could check your other placements, and I'll see you guys back for your next one. Thank you. Bye.